Hi everybody, it's Julie and welcome to Hello Monday. This is our weekly creative video series at ellenhutson.com, and today I thought it would be really fun to revisit a technique called paper toll. And this technique has been around for a long time. It's very popular. I've seen it done with flowers and lots of butterflies and things like that, but I thought it would be fun to do a masculine design. So I'm going to be creating my base card from white linen cardstock, and this is a nice 100-pound weight cardstock, and it has a nice linen texture to it, and I can't seem to stop using it lately. I just love it. It's so plush and really makes your white cards or your single layer cards just have that luxurious feel. And I'm going to use these blueprint images from Stampers Anonymous. I just love these images. They're very sketchy looking, and I just feel very artistic when I'm using them. And I can't draw by hand, so it's a great way to feel, artsy when you're not. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp this multiple times on the white linen. I have a bunch of scraps that I keep in my bin there on my work desk so that I can just reach in there anytime I want to do something like this and I just need bits of paper to cut from. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp the image multiple times, and then I'm going to start coloring it in. And I'm using Memento because I wanted to use Copic markers, and I knew that ink would not bleed. If you're not familiar with Copic markers, that's a great ink to use. And then I'm going to go ahead and start highlighting different areas that I will plan to cut out and elevate onto the project. So I'm just going to go over them very quickly. I'm not even being very careful. I love the fact that these images have this sketchy, raw look to them. And so my coloring is kind of going in keeping with that. It's going to be very sketchy and raw and almost look like I hand did the whole thing, even though I'm cheating. So now I've got all my pieces colored, and then it's time to start cutting them out. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut the camera out as a whole, and then I'm going to go ahead and pop that up. So I'm just using my my honeybee scissors. These are Teflon detail scissors that are great for cutting things like this out. So I'm going to go ahead and start cutting all the pieces out, and I like to toss them into a dish there because if I have lots of pieces and I don't want them to get discarded when I'm throwing away the scraps, it's a good thing to have them set aside in a safe spot. So I just have a little dish that I keep there and toss them in there. My husband's probably wondering where I put that so he can melt butter for I stole it. So now I'm going to go ahead and start putting 3D dots on the different pieces and begin building my layer. So here goes the camera base. It's going to go on first. And then I'm going to go ahead and take the plastic casing, or this isn't plastic, but on the real camera it would have this plastic casing or metal casing depending on how vintage the camera is. I'm going to go ahead and pop that up. And it's hard to see the details, but each different layer is getting popped up a little bit, and it's going to create this illusion of depth on the project, on the surface. And I think it's just such a cool look. You could frame it as a piece of art, and just think, if you took a whole collection of these images and did them all and then put them in a shadow box, I think that would be so cool. But here's the finished card. I came back in with a low-quat marker to highlight more of those areas and give them just a little more color and pop. But I just love this whole overall effect. Thanks for watching.